Guys, welcome to Mr. One Putt, the channel dedicated to helping you make more putts. Speaking of making more putts, today we're going to talk about a putting drill which will absolutely fine-tune your putting stroke, make sure that your stroke is right and tight, and if you'll do this drill on occasion, you will absolutely fall in love with your putter. And this drill is putting with a wedge. Putting with a wedge may sound like a really odd thing, but I promise you, using this to practice your putting will expose weaknesses in your stroke and help you strike the ball pure. The only way to hit the ball and get it rolling if you're using a wedge is to hit the ball in the center on the equator of the golf ball, which gets it rolling end over end, which is what you want. And if you do that, to do that, you have to strike the ball with the very edge, the leading edge of your pitching wedge. I'm going to illustrate that in a minute, but if you'll do that, it really helps your putting stroke in several ways. One, makes certain that you're swinging the putter in a way that hits the ball solid on the equator. Second thing that is hugely helpful, pitching wedge exposes any flaws in your stroke. If I have the face slightly open, it's going to push to the right. If I'm closed even the least little bit at or through impact, it's going to pull the putt dramatically to the left. It's hard to putt with this. That's another benefit, because you see, when you're putting with a pitching wedge, you're going, yeah, I really don't expect to make very many. And so you focus on making a nice, smooth stroke, striking the ball purely, and you don't have all of that tension about thinking, I've got to knock it in the hole. And your muscles in your chest and in your arms and in your hands relax. And your grip is what it should, instead of a death grip, white knuckle on the putter, some more relaxed grip. That helps you make more strokes. I'm going to illustrate how I do this drill now, and we'll walk through it a little bit, all right? These are really long ones to go at with the wedge, but that doesn't matter. This putt breaks a little bit right to left. So I'm going to start it on a line just a little bit to the right, get in my normal putting stance. Now I hold the wedge up off the ground because I want to strike the ball perfectly with that leading edge. And that's a pretty good stroke. The distance was right, didn't break quite as much as I thought it would. That one I didn't even aim, and I missed it further to the right. That's terrible. All right, let's set up, line up the putt. Close the face a little bit, and you can see that was a dramatic pull to the left. Hey, we didn't make it. I thought it was good, and then it turned back to the right at the end. You do this drill and you keep to where you can make a grouping like I'm about, we'll step it off, but I think, and if I'm wrong, I'll put it in the comments below, but I think I'm like 16, 17 feet. You get to where you can get that close with your wedge on a consistent basis from 16 or 17 feet, you'll absolutely love your putter. In fact, we'll come back and do the same putts with the putter, and I'll show you why you'll love it. Actually, that was more like 7 full strides, so it's 21 feet, assuming 2 3/4 to 3 feet per step, and that's about what my stride is. Now let's get the putter and see how we do with those after practicing with the wedge. Camera person has their shadow on me. That's Sorry. Good. You just pretend like you're playing with your normal foursome, and they'll do that same thing. Slightly right, but again, decent. So golfers, you try putting with a wedge and then you pick up your putter. It seems much more natural. You'll love it. It'll really tighten up and help your stroke. And of course, If you like this video or other things you'd like to see us talk about, put your comments below. Give us a thumbs up, click that subscribe button, share it with a friend who needs, share the channel with a friend who needs help with their putting stroke. And as always, here's to you making more putts.